Poems that are missing on the internet. Many poems are missing on the internet. You might want to check them out. Again, one of the poems was called The Lady and the Tiger. It was a choice poem about choices that people make in life. Sort of intellectual. There were two doors. And the hero of the poem had a choice to choose between one of the doors. Behind one door was a woman, and behind the other door was a tiger. This was an example of the choices that we all have, and also how censorship on the internet can affect the way we interpret, how inept we are, how clumsy we are in our social relationships and our choices. We make social faux pas, social gaffes, social blunders because we do not interact with people, humans, like people did even 20 years ago. Instead, we interact over the internet. When the Star Wars film came out, I went to New York City to see the premiere of the first Star Wars film. And there was a young man behind me in the back row who started to laugh because in the Star Wars film they had royalty. It wasn't my place to tell him that royalty still exists in the world. But he didn't actually know that there are still countries in the world that are technically monarchies, that are still ruled by kings and queens, and that there is still a hidden aristocracy in the world. And this gets me to censorship. This book covers three major historical episodes in censorship. One, the censorship under the French king. Two, censorship under British India when England invaded India. And three, censorship in East Germany before the Berlin Wall fell. And then there's a conclusion in the back of the book. I'm saying this because the secret police in revolutionary France, the British in India, the British occupation of India, and East Germany all had secret police that censored books, magazines, papers, and newspapers, and other periodicals. I often wonder about the royalty today in other countries. Royalty today is almost anarchistic. Anarchistic meaning, I know I'm mispronouncing the word. Royalty today is old-fashioned. And many of the security agencies throughout the world may be acting against their monarch. It's a frightening thing when large corporations, international corporations, have more power than kings and queens. And many of the large international corporations have their own private police force. It's a frightening thing to imagine that large corporations may act against the best interest of their government. Large international corporations may act against their parliaments. Large international corporations may act against their Congress. Large international corporations may act against the monarchies. Many of these large corporations actually control parts of the internet. And there's even rumor and gossip on the internet that many of these corporations have proprietary insider trading information. That certainly insider trading would not only act against the large corporations themselves and the various governments, but insider trading would act against the monarchies and against the people. A frightening thought, isn't it? This book on censorship that you see in front of you will give you an idea about past censorship with books and to some extent with magazines and newspapers. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it leads to abstract thinking and maybe to deep intellectual speculation. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.